Hey everyone, I'm Suede Wanamaker, and welcome to Cinematic Vault. This is a space for cinematic storytelling, fan-made, reimagined, and brought to life visuals and narration. Every project you see here was carefully written, built around emotion, myth, and meaning. Today we are going over the sixth story in the Godzilla Cinematic Universe. Now sit back and let the vault open. A tale of balance, redemption, and the sacred bond between nature and humanity. This is Mothra, Song of the Sacred, a fan-made film story written by Suede Wanamaker, realized with AI visuals and AI narration.
It began with a forgotten reel, a scratched, flickering newsreel from decades past. A lone man, unshaven and frantic, warning of a place the maps no longer marked. He spoke of glowing stones, of an island that sang, of twin priestesses who whispered secrets through the earth, and of wings, vast and sacred, stirring the wind like thunder. No one listened. The footage was shelved, the man was dismissed, and the island was left to dream. But what dreams in silence eventually wakes? Decades later, the world has changed, but the hunger remains. In 1988, as fossil fuels dwindle and corporate greed surges, the energy conglomerate MakinoTech seizes on a rediscovered speck of land in the Pacific. Its name, Infant Island. To the board, it's just a resource. To CEO Hiroshi Makino, it's salvation for a dying empire. Among the team sent to harvest its power is a young biologist, Dr. Arata Miyagi. Brilliant, idealistic. She is brought not to question, but to endorse. But the moment their boots touch sand, it becomes clear. This island is different. The plants pulse with a strange glow. The wildlife stares, unblinking. And something in the air hums with memory. They call the operation Project Lifefire. But life, here, fights back. While engineers raise towers and drills scar the jungle, Arata begins to wander. She finds villagers who never left. They live simply, silently, unshaken by time, unmoved by offers. They warn of balance, of guardians, of songs. That night, Arata dreams, and in that dream, she hears the island sing. When she awakes, she is not alone. Perched atop a stone altar, no taller than her hand, are the Shobijin twin priestesses. Barely 6 inches tall, glowing, watching, ancient. They offer no answers, only a feeling, one of sorrow and warning. Something is stirring below the roots of the island, and if it wakes, the world will not be ready. Against local protests and growing tension, the drill pierces something crystalline. The island shudders, trees scream as they fall, and from deep within the core, something pulses, not life, not death, something older. A massive chasm splits open, exhaling ancient air, and from it, he rises. Battra, twisted, horned, his larval form crawling with obsidian armor and glowing red rage. Once, he too was a guardian, but centuries ago, humanity betrayed him. Now, he returns as judgment. The island fractures, the villagers scatter, and Battra slithers toward the sea. Balance is broken. Battra crosses the Pacific like a curse. Where he moves, the skies twist. Where he strikes, the sea boils. Oil rigs collapse in flame. A cargo freighter vanishes beneath a crimson beam. Military satellites are torn from orbit, one by one, not by chance, but intent. He is not lashing out. He is correcting. To governments, he is a monster. To the planet, he is a memory made flesh. A lesson once taught, and now repeated. And as the world burns beneath storm and fire, Arata begins to see. This wasn't nature lashing out. This was the earth remembering. Long ago, Battra stood beside another, a sister guardian radiant and gentle, Mothra. But when mankind broke its pact, she sealed Battra away in sorrow. Now, with that seal shattered, only she can stop what's begun. Infant Island trembles as the Shobijin return to the temple, not in fear, but in hope. Arata joins them, no longer a bystander, now a believer. In a ring of crystal pillars, villagers gather. Old voices echo, a forgotten hymn rises, and beneath their feet, the ground stirs, the stones part, The vines retreat, and from the earth's embrace, she emerges, Mothra, bathed in soft gold, wreathed in light. Her larval form glows with every note of the ancient song. She does not roar, she does not threaten, she answers, and then, she flies. Night falls on Osaka, but darkness is already here. Battra arrives not as a beast, but as a storm made flesh. He has taken his true form, imago, wings jagged as obsidian blades, streaking orange lightning across the sky. He descends like wrath. Bridges collapse, towers crumble, the sea surges inward, the sky spirals downward, and then, through the clouds she comes. Mothra's transformation is not violent, it is divine. In midair, her wings bloom, a kaleidoscope of color, a comet of light. They meet above the bay not as rivals, but as reflections. One broken, one still whole. Their battle is not just of force, it is of belief. Mothra shields civilians as Battra strikes without mercy. She weaves light, he hurls fury, and Osaka becomes a battlefield of gods. Mothra begins to falter. Each blow from Battra weakens her glow. Each scream of the earth fuels his rage. And still, the drills run. Still, Project Life Fire expands. Still, Hiroshi Makino denies responsibility, but Arata is done being silent. She exposes the truth, leaks the files, names the names. And across the world, people begin to listen. As the city burns, Arata returns to the Shobijin not as a scientist, but as a voice. Together, they sing once more, not louder, but truer. The bond forms, a connection ancient and sacred between Arata, the Shobijin, and Mothra. Her light returns brighter, fuller, not of anger, but of empathy. Battra strikes. Mothra doesn't strike back. She surrounds him in light, shows him memories long buried, a time when he to protect it, and for a moment, the rage breaks. Battra descends no longer to attack, but to rest. He sheds his wings, returns to the larval form, encases himself in crystal, and sinks into the sea. In silence, Mothra, weakened but alive, spreads her wings over the wounded city. Her light becomes a shield, until the last piece of debris falls. Then, with dawn behind her, she turns, and flies home, and on her back, the priestesses sing once more. Infant Island breathes again. MakinoTech collapses. The world begins to ask questions it once ignored. Arata stays behind. She is no longer there to study the earth. She is part of it. The villagers welcome her. The Shobijin bless her. She becomes something new, the voice of the earth. And beneath a glowing tree, Mothra rests. Beside her, a new egg pulses with gentle light. A promise, a warning, and a sacred song, still waiting to be heard. Mothra, Song of the Sacred, the light that remembers. If you enjoyed this journey into forgotten legends and untold worlds, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you never miss a new upload. Thank you for stepping into the vault where every story leaves a mark.